guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, basically, I am going to be doing a January blues kind of makeup tutorial. I know it's nearly the end of January now. I just thought I'd do a January blues kind of makeup look. So as you can see, blue on the eyes, but also going to be doing a little bit of a hair tutorial. So just to start with, I'm going to be carving my eyes out with the P. Louise base. This one's in the shade number 3. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the DesiXKaty Friendcation palette, and I have wanted this palette literally since it came out, but I think I only got it was quite a while ago. I got it on about Black Friday because it was in the sale, but when it came, it was smashed. I'll just show you inside. So it is beautiful, but basically these two shades, the bronze and the blue, they were smashed when they came. Obviously I really wanted to use it for this video, so a little hack. I got a little 10p because it was about the right size for the patterns, and just pressed down really firmly, and the eyeshadows came back together. The first colour I'm going to be using is this shade called Churro, and it's a warm brown transition shade. Just going to be popping that in the crease with my Luxe crease brush from Wavy. So just going to be going in now with a slightly smaller brush. This is Wavy again. It's the Luxe Petite Crease brush. So it's basically this one, but a little bit smaller. Just going to be using this shade Cheens. It's a dark brown, still on the warmer side, I'd say. Just going to be using that to further darken up the crease. With the smaller brush, just going to be packing on the colour and then going back into the bigger brush just to blend that out. For now, obviously, January blues kind of theme, I'm going to be going into the shade A Moment, which is one of the ones that smashed, but it's fine again now. Before I do that though, I'm just going to be carving out the centre of the lid with the P. Louise base in shade 0, so this is the white shade. So just going to be using a flat brush to carve that out. And then I'm just going to be using another small brush and going into the shade A Moment, and then popping that directly on my eye. I actually love this shade. Because I love it so much, I think I'm gonna just drag it to the edges and have my whole eyelid this colour because it is just too pretty. So just gonna be popping some more of that base down so the eyeshadow sticks to it. And then I'm just gonna be using this other brush to the ones we were using before to blend it out. And then I'm just going to be doing the same on the other side. Now I just want to darken up the waterline before I put some lashes on. So I'm going to be using my Wavy. It's a brow line brush, but it's really good for getting close to the lash line. And going into the shade Cheens again, just to darken up the lash line. So just going to be basically just doing a little line on top of that. So for lashes, I'm just going to pop on some TL4s from Tatti Lashes. There we go, so that's the lashes on. So just going to do the rest of my face makeup off camera and then come back to do under my eyes. So I've just done my face makeup and just going to be finishing off the bottom of my eyes really quickly. So again, going into the DesiXKaty Friendcation palette. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is going in with my brow line brush and going into the shade Cheens again, so the darkest shade, and just underlining my lower lash line. Then I'm going to be using this other liner brush just to go into the lighter shade, just to really gently blend that the colour out. I'm going to be going into the Churro shade again, so the lighter transition shade, to blend that darker shade out. And then I'm just going to be using my Inglot gel liner in the shade number 77, so just a black liner, just to go into my waterline as well. And then I'll just use the brow line brush again to buff out that black liner. And the final thing that I want to do, go back into the A Moment eyeshadow, so the blue one, and just put a tiny bit on my lower lash line in the inner corner. Just brings that pop of colour through to the bottom as well. And then finally, for my inner corner, sticking with the theme, I'm going to use the DesiXKaty Dose of Colours highlighter in Fuego. These highlighters are incredible. So just going to be popping that on with my pencil brush. And then the tiniest bit on my brow bone as well. Now I'm just going to be popping on some of my Hourglass bronzer. Again, just going to pop off camera to finish my face makeup off, do my eyebrows, my lips, and then I'll be coming back to do the hair. So this is the finished makeup look. I just finished off my eyebrows, which I used the Benefit Ka-Brow, and then put a bit of bronzer on, so I use my Hourglass bronzer, which I usually use. And for highlighter, sticking with the theme, I use the Dose of Colours DesiXKaty for Wago highlighter. And then finally on my lips, I used the Dose of Colours again, Dose of Colours liquid lipstick in the shade Desert Suede. And then in the middle, I popped on the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Naked, just to give it a little bit of a lighter finish in the middle. But now just to move on to the hair, I'm just going to start by sectioning it off. So I've just sectioned off about a third of my hair. So to start with, just brushed through my hair. So basically, the inspo for this hair, you know how everyone's doing that kind of wavy hair look? Well, I really wanted to do that. This is just Heat Protector Tresemme. I really wanted to get like that kind of look, so I wanted to buy a waver, those ones with 3 barrels, you clamp them and it creates waves, but I just didn't get round to it. And I was going out the other day and I really just wanted that wavy hair look, but obviously didn't have the waver, so I did a little bit of experimenting and kind of figured out a way of doing it with regular straighteners. So just got my GHD straighteners. You can use any straighteners, but I think a thinner one rather than a wider one would probably work better for this look. So literally all I do is get a small section of hair and pop it in the straighteners. And basically you want to start off one way. So imagine if you're like curling your hair, turn it towards the face, go down for a couple of seconds, then turn it away from your face, go down for a couple of seconds, in, a couple of seconds, out, and in. You can kind of see it's starting to make kind of a wave shape, and as you can see, hopefully, move the other hair out the way, it's kind of created that wave kind of vibe that, you know, that I was going for. So just wanted to kind of share this technique with you because I thought it was really cool anyway. But yeah, it's quite easy to do, and it means that you don't have to go and buy, you know, the waver or anything like that if you're still wanting this kind of hair look. So just to show you a couple more on this side, you kind of want to alternate between starting off going in and outwards. So say if I went in for the last one, I'll probably start by going outwards, then going in, because you don't want it to be all uniform, otherwise they'll all just blend into one, rather than being that, you know, textured, wavy kind of look. I quite like to, once I've done the wave bits that I've finished, put it to the back so then I know what's left of my hair to do. Also, I think I'm on about second day hair now, rather than, I don't know whether this would work as well on first day hair, just because you kind of want a little bit of texture in your hair as well for them waves to hold. So I feel like after a couple of days, it'll actually hold a little bit better. I'm just going to speed up a little bit of the process, and then when I get to the top layer again, I'll just talk you through what I do because that's just a little bit more precise. So now I'm moving on to the final section. Same thing, so just brush through the hair. So the main difference with the front sections and the top layer of my hair is literally just that I spend a little bit more time on the actual waves themselves. So with the ones lower down, you can kind of be a little bit more carefree because all you're trying to create is some texture and a little bit of a wave, but at the top this is kind of what people are going to see where it's framing your face. So again, yeah, just spend a little bit longer, so I'll take smaller sections and also make sure I start right at the root as well. So again, just going in and then maybe spending a couple longer seconds before I flip over. I would say as well, with this kind of hair look and this process, It does take a little bit of practice. So obviously the other day it was the first time that I actually did this, and it did turn out surprisingly well. But today already I can tell that the waves are much better than the other day. It's just getting a hang of kind of how long to hold it and the pieces, how big are the pieces that you should take for your hair. So I kind of as well like to work my way to the front. So start off with the sections of hair further back so that the last thing that I do is going to be framing my face. So this is the closest section to my hair. I'll always start going inwards and then going outwards. So there you can kind of see how it all comes together. And then if you decide you want a couple more higher up, you can add them in as well. Again, you can go over any section if you feel like it could be a better wave or you want it more defined. Similarly to how when you curl your hair, if you find a bit of hair that's not that curled, you might want to go over it as well. So that's that side done. Just going to quickly do the other side. So as you can see, it's kind of created that wave that I was after, and I was really impressed with how it turned out the first time I did it. I kind of thought, you know, I'm probably gonna have to straighten my hair after this. It's probably not gonna turn out so well. But I think this technique actually works really nicely. Obviously they're not gonna be perfect waves, but I think with having a wavy textured kind of hair look, you don't want it to be perfect anyway. So I think it works quite well. So just to finish off then, just to go over hair. This will make the waves last a little bit longer. And as well, if you want a little bit more texture or volume, you can always go into certain sections. It's just a backcombing brush. So this is the finished hair look and makeup look together. Again, love the palette, definitely going to be using that a lot, but also just love this hair look. I feel like I'm definitely going to be doing this a lot. I just think it's a bit different, you know, rather than just having it straight or curly all the time. This is something a little bit different. Also, I think it's going to be really great for the summer, kind of just an effortless little hair look, and it does last a couple of days as well. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you try out this hair technique, let me know. But if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and also let me know what you think about the background. It's the first time I've not actually used a backdrop. I usually use, you know, the coloured backdrops. I'm kind of just using my uni room at the moment, so let me know what you think of that. And yeah, and I'll see you in my next video.